welcome back to the channel. I'm Gavin, aka BEYTEK, and welcome to the club. Today this is just going to be a quick video. I need to tidy up the bench. I need to put this car back together again with this broken wastegate, and in fact we'll fix it before we stick it back in the car. Then we're going to get the white RX7 in because it's time to start stripping it down to get that engine out. Right guys, so firstly, actually, better put this down a wee bit. We have the wastegate here. You'll have to just ignore this bench just now. Like I say, I've just come back from holiday, and yeah, it's an absolute mess. Look at this, the aqueduct to cool the wastegate. Right, so this is the wastegate here that was basically dyed. As you can see here, I ripped the diaphragm, which is not good. And if you look, it's actually the rough sides on the outside. It should be that side facing down. This one here is another one. I bought this off eBay. It was just, I thought I'd buy it for a spare. I think it was around about £13 delivered. Obviously it was a used one, and it had loads of springs in it. So that's fine, handy for spare ones. But the diaphragm one is good. So obviously with these being sort of eBay parts, they're all swappable. The shaft's fine, it's relatively straight still. I've just given it another clean with some 400 grit, I think it was. It's cleaned it up nice, and yeah, greased it all. We'll stick that back in again because that just works fine. And again, because it's down there because of the heat, it melted the diaphragm, but hopefully the aqueduct saves that. And to be fair, I have been on eBay and I was speaking to a company and I've bought some of these diaphragms. I think it was £8 for a diaphragm, which is, I mean, that's cheap. So I think I bought 2 for £12 to give me a bit of discount. But anyway, heaps of other stuff here. That's paint for the missus's car, and some speakers for the white RX7 and some wastegate tubing and stuff like that. Let's actually have a look at the RX7. Here she is. Look at the state of this. Yep, she needs some loving, so that's what's going to happen next. Right, wastegate is back together again. Right, wastegate operations here, and you can see it back working as it should. So fire it back in the car and that'll be that. Here we have it, wastegate's back on, downpipe's back on. It's still daylight outside, so it probably took me about 15 minutes to do, which is real fast. But it was one of the points that when I designed this sort of setup, that everything would be easy to work on. Right, so I suppose we'll go and get the keys. Oh, actually, first things first, I'll show you the plan for this aqueduct. So yeah, as you can see, the wastegate is down there, and plan is to have this sort of aqueduct come like this, and that'll direct air down onto the wastegate. Now that wastegate's actually come with a water port, and with a water port you can actually put coolant through them to make them last a little bit longer. I don't know if many people have tried that. They probably have, because it works, but it's extra sort of hassle to get all the fittings and stuff like that, and fitting them down there be a bit of a chew itself. So I'm just going to try the good old air. I mean, to be fair, it did last fine with when it was sticking out the bonnet. It was getting plenty of airflow there. So it's been a few weeks. Make sure there's still battery in here. Oh, we have battery. Wait a second now. Fuel pressure will leak back a bit, so that's it. Let's get her out here. BEYTEK just kicked in, yo! Honda. Oh yes. Right, where are we going to park this thing then? Oh, I can move the missus' car. Yeah, in fact that's what we're going to do. Done. Yeah, come on you. There's that cool dash. Zoom in, oh yeah. Got all my temps and stuff like that there, so this part is just up here. Just so I've got plenty of room for getting that beast out. Fucking focus! You guys can sit on the new trailer. God, I'm out of breath. So, you get in front ways, but what I'm going to do first is tidy up the garage. I've got wheels and shit that need to go. Here's a box of like, I mean, these headlights used to get off eBay, and I've got full stock suspension there. I'm actually keeping them because they'll go in the back of the red RX7 for drag racing. They'll maybe stay there because I'll maybe need to make a bench for taking the engine apart. That'll all have to get cleaned up, clean all this shit up, and especially all that. And here, the garage gets a mess. I don't really get much time to work in the garage, so when I do, I'm absolutely flat out and I never seem to get time to be able to tidy up. But tonight, like I say, this video is going to be small because I just want to get this turned around facing the garage, and I'll get the garage tidied up and get prepped. Tomorrow night we've got your favourite guest coming, Mr. Cornegstar. There's always a bit of banter when he's coming along, so yeah, he's going to come along, give us a hand, start to assemble this engine, because there's spiders in the engine bay. Woo! I didn't like spiders, like, yeah. So it's now dark, and there's still a hell of a mess in the bench. I'll get to it, but what I have done is I've taken out the lawnmower and stuff, so look at this. I have a lot more room now. Done. That's a bit tidier. Whole garage is a bit tidier. I think I'm going to try and spin that thing around now. It's a nightmare pushing about myself. The brakes are like totally seized on. She's in. Look at that. Sorted. She's in the garage. In one piece. And I didn't even crash it on the way in. Look at that. That mess. It's actually a really clean car. You know, nice stock interior, nothing too wild, and yeah, it's going to be coming up for sale. Obviously I live in the UK, so anyone that's from America wanting to buy this, you won't be able to, because postage will be expensive over there. So yeah, I'm going to head inside now because Mrs. has made some tea for me, which is nice of her. So yeah, basically specs of this: half Bridgeport, big, so actually it's not a very big turbo, it's quite a small turbo for Rotary, SXE362, so it's about GT30 plus size, not GT35 I don't think. And yeah, it's all front mount, kept all nice and neat. I done a wee build of this video, a video of this build a while back. And yeah, you'll see it coming apart. Basically what's happened is I've run too much water methanol, and methanol's broken down to two-stroke lubrication, and it's just scored the housings, which will obviously lower the compression. Steamy! So yeah guys, it's in the garage. I'm happy with that. That'll do for this video just now. Just getting back into it again, so just a short video. And the next video, Greg Carnivorous Cornegstar, is coming round tomorrow night, and he's going to help me take this out. So it's always easier doing it with two people. So yeah, basically it's going to be, the car will be jacked right up, and we'll get the engine crane right in about it, and we'll get this thing whipped out. When it's whipped out, we'll build a bench, and yeah, that'll be in the next video as well. We'll be actually disassembling the engine, so you'll get to see inside a Rotary engine, which is cool. So yeah, right guys, you take care, and we'll catch you next vid. Cheerio.